Hello peeps, Matt Sparks here and welcome to another Sundays with Sparky. Ta-da! I should get some kind of intro or something for this, because I do it every week. It would make sense, wouldn't it? Maybe I will, one day. But not today. Yeah, this is a late one, because I've had work in the AM and then and kind of the PM as well, I suppose. And also it was my niece's 13th birthday yesterday, so we kind of all met up and had a family gathering type thing. So that's why I'm only doing this now and uploading this now, because this is the first opportunity I've had. So happy birthday if you're watching this. Hi. Uncle Sparky says hi and happy birthday. So, movies, games, stuff. Mind has gone blank. Don't you just hate when that happens? And you think like you've got something really important to talk to somebody about, then your mind just goes blank and you're like... Yeah, it just happened to me. Movies. Didn't go to the cinema this week? No, I didn't. The last thing I went to see was Hunger Games, which I think I spoke to you about last week, because that's probably when I went to see it. Enjoyed that. It was good. Next week, because I didn't go out on Friday to see it, and I haven't had time over the weekend to go and see it. So I think we're going Tuesday to go and see The Hobbit: The Desolation of Smaug. Is it Smaug or Smog? I'm not sure the correct pronunciation. But yeah, we're going to go and see that on Tuesday, hopefully. Hopefully, even though I've just said hopefully, I'm going to say hopefully again, with fingers crossed. I got my fingers crossed that we're going to go and see the 48 frames per second version, because I didn't get to see the 48 frames per second version of the first Hobbit film. So hopefully we'll get to see that this time and see if it makes any difference. With any luck. I believe the cinema that we normally go to has actually got the capabilities of playing a 48 frames per second version. So, although on their website it says that they are showing it, but when I go on my app on my iPhone, it doesn't say whether it is or not. So I don't know. Anyway, so rest of the movies I've been watching this week. I've been in a kind of shooty action blasty stuff type of mood for movies this week. So I started off with... Which one did I start off with? I think I started off with this one. Good. Smoking Aces. This has a really good cast to start off with. And it's a really clever movie as well, because there's lots of twists and turns, and because there's quite a lot of characters, it's how they all kind of come together and mix or not. It's got some humour and some plot twists, and as I say, got a great cast. Ben Affleck, Andy Garcia, Alicia Keys, Ray Liotta, Jeremy Piven, Ryan Reynolds, Chris Pine is in this as well, and I completely didn't even recognise him. I mean, this film came out 2007. Now, bearing in mind, Star Trek has had two big movies, and he plays Captain Kirk. I completely forgot that he. Well, not that I forgot. I just didn't even know that he was in this film. But he's one of the Tremor brothers in the movie, and they're kind of like, I think they're described as redneck neo-Nazi, and then some bad words. But if you haven't seen Smoking Aces, you should, if you like action films, because it's great. And it's about a guy who is wanted by the FBI, but he's also wanted by the mafia or some kind of mob boss. I'm not sure. I don't think they actually use the word mafia, but a mob boss. And they kind of put a bounty on his head of like $1 million or something, which is quite a lot for a hit, I guess. and so they've got the FBI looking for him, bail bondsmen and hitmen all looking for him. So he's got all these people all trying to get to him, and they all know where he is, and it's how they try and get to him. And yeah, it's really good, really good. Oh Christ, throwing everything around. So following on from that, I then watched Shoot 'Em Up, because it does exactly what it says on the tin, as they say. It's I like the quote on the front. Wow, awesome. 5 stars. But that was the sun, so yeah, can't disregard that. Canmag.com, which I've never heard of, says more action per frame than any Die Hard, Lethal Weapon or James Bond. Lethal Weapon, really? Yeah, anyway, it's Clive Owen, Paul Giamatti and Monica Bellucci, and it's cool and it's slick and it's sexy and it's fun, and there's lots and lots of shooting of guns, and it's really good. And it's because Clive Owen's a British actor, it's kind of nice to see him as a main character in stuff, because quite often he's not, and I think he's quite underrated. I know he was in the very, very first Bourne film with Matt Damon. He was one of the guys trying to assassinate him. And it was like a very small part, and I was like, yay, it's Clive Owen, and oh, he's dead. But yeah, so if you like, how would I describe this? It's just an action flick, basically. There's no like clever plot twists, really. I mean, there is a plot to it, obviously, which I'm not going to go too into, because it's really not that important. It's just fun. I just like it, just because I like seeing Clive Owen just shooting at stuff. As I say, I was in a bit of one of those kind of moods where you just want to shoot at people. Not me personally, but you want to see other people in movies too, because that'd be a bit weird. So, because I had I had the action thing and the Clive Owen thing, I continued the Clive Owen thing with Inside Man with Denzel, because you can't go wrong with a bit of Denzel, really, can you? And Jodie Foster. And I've noticed that a bit of a trend with films that Jodie Foster has been in, that I've seen anyway, like Inside Man, and more recently the film with Matt Damon. I can't remember what it's called. This futuristic one. No, don't know what it is. I can't remember. It was out at the cinema. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make, there is one, is that Jodie Foster tends to play a bit of a bitch. She seems to be rather good at it as well. Especially in this film, you almost hate her character straight away. I mean, she's not necessarily one of the bad guys, particularly. She's just like a businesswoman that just happens to be obviously very good at being a businesswoman. And as a result, or because of the fact that she is a bit of a bitch. So yeah, but yeah, that was good. The I kind of like crime drama / thrillers if they're clever, and like the way they go about pulling off the perfect, in this case, the perfect bank robbery. And the reasons behind what they're doing, and how they manage to kind of get on with it. And this is directed by Spike Lee. But the only thing I will say about this is that the music seemed a bit odd in places. Like it didn't. It sounded more like an 80s cop show, TV show, than a movie, which was a bit weird. But maybe that's what they were going for, I don't know. But yeah, I enjoy it, and it's Denzel, and I like a bit of Denzel because I think he's brilliant, and it's got Clive Owen in it, and I also think that he's good too. And it's got Willem Dafoe in it, and I just kept wanting him to turn into the Green Goblin, but he never did, which is a shame. And then the other film that I've seen this week, another Clive Owen film, this time with Naomi Watts, and this is called The International, where he plays a Interpol agent, and he is working alongside a assistant district attorney for in Manhattan or something, and they travel all around like Europe and places. I'm trying to uncover this plot to do with bank and arms dealers. Yeah, arms dealers and a Central European bank, and the conspiracy and stuff that goes along with it. There's not as much shooting in this. There is a little bit. There's a little bit of shooting in this, but not quite as much as some of the previous films. Inside Man, incidentally, doesn't have much shooting in it at all. I've just realised. So there wasn't actually, but it was Clive Owen, and I just felt like watching some Clive Owen movies. Yeah, you just get that sometimes. I get that sometimes. So I just go, I want to watch some of that guy's movies or some of that girl's movies. I just get that sometimes. So yeah, that is it for movies, I think. Yeah. Games, because we've done movies, so let's talk about games. Not that there's much to talk about, because this week has been pretty much the same as it was last week. In fact, it is almost identical to last week, except I haven't been playing any Battlefield 4 because I've been playing other things. I've been playing some Path of Exile. I was playing a Witch, which I got to like level 22, 24, something like that, and I kind of hit a wall with the Witch because I just wasn't getting items that were beneficial to the way that I was playing the Witch, to a point where I was finding it hard to defeat bosses and stuff because my gear was just not very good. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try another class, because I'm still learning how to play the game, and it's not like I've leveled up to level 100 or whatever it is. So I started a Ranger, and I'm having a blast with the Ranger. And because I played the Witch, I already had a bunch of items and stuff that were pretty good in my stash. So some of that I've been using to kind of pimp out my Ranger as I've been leveling up. And yeah, I've done the bosses that I struggled on with the Witch. They've still been quite challenging on the Ranger, but not anywhere near as. I wasn't repeatedly dying. I mean, I think it was the boss at the end of Act 1. I forget what it's called, but with the Witch, I died like 3 or 4 times, and I had to go out and level up and grind some gear, and then go back and try again. With the Ranger, I just went in and killed it the first time. So yeah, I'm finding that I'm enjoying playing the Ranger more than I expected to, because I didn't really get into the Demon Hunter in Diablo 3. It never really appealed to me. I was never really that interested. I just kind of liked playing the Witch Doctor in Diablo 3. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying the Ranger, so I'm going to stick with that for the time being and see how I get on. So that was Path of Exile. What else have I been playing? Oh yes, we saw the first episode of Contrast this week. The music in that game is amazing, and I love it, and I love just listening to that intro. I think I've watched that video, my own video, like 7 or 8 times, just that intro music, because I think it's just beautiful, and you should go and check it out, even if it's just to watch the first minute. I think it is, because the music's just amazing. It's just lovely. It's just great. You should just watch it, listen to it, caress it, bring it into your life. Because it's great, and you should. It's just, yeah. There's not been many video games that has had a music that has managed to kind of captivate me and kind of make me forget the whole point of me being there in the first place. You know, when you hear a piece of music and you kind of, that's all that matters is that piece of music, and you forget kind of what you were doing. It's quite. That's when you know it's a good piece of music, and but you especially don't get that very often with video games. Yeah, I really like the music in that, and it seems like it's quite fun so far. I've recorded the first 3 or 4 episodes, so the next one will probably go out tomorrow. I might try and start getting them out a little quicker. I mean, I know normally I'm only uploading Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so maybe I'll start uploading them sort of on the Monday and the Friday or something, I don't know. But I'm going to try and get them out a bit quicker, just because one a week just seems like it'll take too long to actually like get all the videos out. So that was good. I enjoyed that, and I'm going to play some more this week. I've also been playing a ton of SimCity, which I think I mentioned last week. It had a patch recently which fixed a few things. It's still not great. It still has major problems. Like I built 3 cities in a region, and they were all kind of trading with each other, and I was sending stuff to one, and so that it could do things that it wouldn't be able to do otherwise, and you know, all this kind of stuff. And then I realised that they were all running out of water, and I was like, how is this even possible? How am I running out of water in 3 cities? So I did a bit of research to try and find out how you get more water, because I was a bit stuck. And I was playing on one of the big maps. And there was another city that I hadn't claimed yet that had tons of water, and I was like, awesome. I'll make a very small town on that is big enough to kind of man the pumping station, and I'll build a big pumping station, and I'll sell the water from this city to the other ones, and it'll be fine. Only the city that had all the water wasn't connected to any of the others by road. I was like, what? How is this even possible? So that kind of scuppered those plans. So yeah, I was reading up, and apparently when it rains, it replenishes the water table. I was like, when it rains? It rains? I haven't seen it rain at all. What is this rain you speak of? So I think they need to fix that, because otherwise some of the maps are completely pointless to play on, because once you start getting to metropolis size cities, there's not enough water. It's pretty stupid. There's a bunch of other things that I don't like about it either, and but I'm still having fun with it so far. So we'll see how long that lasts. I was going to do some videos on it, but the more I've played it, the more I've realised that there's actually quite a few errors with it. I mean, they have fixed a bunch of stuff with the recent patch, but I don't think they've really fixed enough to warrant me doing like an actual video series on it, unfortunately. But hey, I'll never say never, because maybe I will one day. We'll see. But for this foreseeable future, I'm probably not going to be. So yeah. And the other reason I've not been playing too much Battlefield is because of the Yogscast live streams that have been going on throughout December in the evenings from like 7 PM, I believe it is, and they're raising money for 5, I think it is, different charities, and they're just an inspiration. They really are, because they've obviously got a lot of popularity on YouTube, and which is growing every day, and they're using that to do something really good. And they do the charity live stream thing every year. And last year they raised about $350,000 for various charities, and this year they've already smashed that. Last night it was Niles the Hybrid Panda and Xylus, and they hit the $500,000 mark, and it's just incredible that they've managed to raise that much money. And fair play to them, because they work hard. Oh, we all know where they work hard, but the fact that they're giving up their time each evening. I mean, this is every evening throughout December, I think. It's just humbling to see them doing so much. They are truly inspirational people, even if they don't realise it, or if they don't acknowledge that fact that they are. So anyway, I'm going to go because I've spoken for far too long, and this was supposed to be a short one. Every time I say I'm just going to do a short one, it'll only be up 10 minutes or so, and then I end up talking for like 20-25 minutes, so I might have to edit some of this out. But I shall thank you for watching. Stay tuned to the channel for... I didn't even mention the Hearthstone patch that happened this week. God damn it. Well, go and watch the videos. There you go. There was a Hearthstone patch day video, and there was a Big Deck Player video. Go and watch them. They're on my channel, and that'll tell you all about it. Just completely forgot. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for the channel for more Big Deck Player Hearthstone stuff, and more Contrast coming up this week. And I've got something else that I think I might be doing this week, but I haven't quite decided yet. We shall see. And I'm hoping, now that my cough is now that it's beginning to go, my throat infection, now that it's beginning to kind of go a bit, or at least I can edit it out, I'll try and get hold of Suki and we'll try and get some more Saints Row done, because it's going to start now. Yeah, because we need to get some more Saints Row done, basically. So yeah, thanks for watching again, and I shall see you next week. Alright, bye bye.